So as you guys see, Talking Nachos brings you all the toppings, from bringing in new patients, sleep, jobs, what chairs you sit in, so key for your patients. I'm ready for my next guest, and my team is ready to bring her up. My good friend, Nacho sponsor, fellow jokester, she likes to make jokes, Dr. Emily LeTran. I saw she just finished an Action to Win recently. So Emily, tell us about what you do to help dentists cry less inside, what you do to bring more fun to offices. I admire so much what you do. Share that with our audience.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's always excited to be talking to me, to be chatting with our fellow dentists. And so what I'm going to do is, what I do is I help dentists smile more.
I
How's
like
that?
that. Yeah, I
Right?
love that.
So
Dentists deserve to smile too.
we're not going to be crying. We're not going to be, you know, getting worried and stressed and frustrated when we get real clear in what's most important to us.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, once we get real clear, some of us are being held back by what we call limiting belief.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a myth. I can't do this because, right? My friend have it better because. So what I do is I go in there and I talk to the doctor and the team leaders and the team to help them understand what's most important, what kind of tasks to focus on, what kind of tasks to delegate. So you're not always busy, you're not always stressed out. Hopefully, you don't cry, but really to bring joy to what you do every day in your business and in your personal life.
I love that. I mean, you help unlock their awesomeness. I've seen your presentations. I've had coaches. I've been a coach. You need someone from outside of your box looking in and saying, "This is possible. This is not possible. Here's where you need to go." You do so many different things. But in talking to you, your mastermind group or your online group where people can access at any time, I think that's so important. I mean, Dental Nachos is built on feeling less alone. Tell us a little bit about that group and the impact it's had on practice owners.
Well, that group is a virtual meeting, right? We meet twice a month, and one of the calls would be on high performance, which is your personal growth. What helping you overcome your limiting belief, that what I just mentioned, and then the other call is on practice management.
Cool.
It could be marketing, it could be your team. I'm a certified Kobe consultant, so how do you look at your team and just be unbiased, right? By giving them an assessment and be able to tell them or help them understand what is their mode of action and how they could focus on that instead of being in the wrong position and getting stressed. So
I like that. Tell us
yeah,
about what's down here. You can text action at 215-543-6454 for a free high performance assessment. Tell us about that.
yes. What I believe when you text to that, you're going to get a link to have a quiz. It's a
Cool.
10 questions quiz. And when you see that quiz, it's going to ask you about 10 different aspects in your life: clarity, energy, productivity, courage, influence, psychology, physiology, persuasion, purpose.
I
Right?
love that. The
We
11th question should be about the Krebs cycle, just to scare people back to dental school. So,
I, don't- I don't think I remember that, but
yeah,
let me give you a very quick example. This just happened at Action to Win over the weekend, right? Some of us, we are so detailed, we want to have everything perfect. So even asking for, a testimonial from patient, we're trying to find the perfect patient,
yeah.
right? We're trying to make sure that they say the perfect things. I was on stage and I asked the audience who think that the event has been pretty good so far. And somebody raised their hand and I just walked straight down to them and asked them to do a testimonial right now. Right? The
Yeah,
only
I
thing, the
love
only
that.
thing I, the only thing I asked them to, state your name and what you do, and what did you like about this, and would you recommend this event? And just make it simple. By
Right?
the time you explain to the patient, this is the formula for the testimonial, you get the person so tense up, and then you say, well, we haven't gotten a lot of patient testimonials, and it's because you actually make the process hard.
Yeah,
And
right. Exactly. You get people into authenticity is better than highly production thing. Gary B talks about document, don't produce. I love
right,
that. Just be
right.
yourself. Well, Emily, you support our community in so many different ways, from fun to fundamental leadership tips. People want to reach out to you directly outside of this text code. How could they do that?
They can email me at coachemilyletran@gmail.com. So the word coach and then just my name, right? EMILYLETRAN. And a lot of time, what I do is I invite them on a what we call work less, make more
I
call,
like that.
right? Right? So let's talk about how to work less and make more. This doesn't mean to be lazy. It could mean add an associate. That's why I'm such a fan of what you do, right?
Thanks.
People always think, oh, I want to be more productive. I have to buy. I mean, I have to work more. I have to sell more. I have to extend my hours. I have to add the days. Well, yes, do all of that, but it doesn't mean you, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah. The power
Yes.
of a friend, a dentist with you. Well, thanks, Emily. I really appreciate it. Thanks for sharing with us. Everyone on this show has been awesome. Panelists, stick around. Dental Nachos audience, we'll see you next time on Talking Nachos.
Thank you.